Hi everyone, this is Stella from My Kindergarten, and I'd like to talk to you today about how to help your students to keep track and organize their school supplies at the beginning of the school year and for the rest of the school year as well. So I've been teaching for over 20 years. Most of my experience has been in kindergarten, and this is something that I kind of struggled with for a while, going back and forth on how I wanted to handle the management of classroom supplies. And one thing I know that I didn't like, I don't like the kids bringing things from home. I feel like that makes a lot of arguments when kids say this item is mine, and I have no idea because there's 20 some students in the classroom, and I don't know who brought what and who didn't. So I do like for us to have supplies as a community, but I also like the kids to take some ownership as well. I've tried different things. I've tried um, plastic bags. I've tried little zip up bags. I've tried these little trays. So some people these work really well. I didn't care for this. And then I came across something that I love. These little pencil boxes, which I think are amazing. They come in different colors. I have a few of the colors here with me today. I don't have all of them, but there's a blue, there's a green, there's a red, there's also a pink and a purple that come in these packs when you buy them. And it's super easy to use in the classroom. At the beginning of the year, what I do is I write every student's name on here with a Sharpie. Now, sometimes it does come off. You might have to write it on there again. And these just kind of unsnap, and they slide open. Now, this is where I have the students keep all of their classroom materials that I supply. I do use my classroom budget that I'm given by my school to purchase these supplies so that everyone has the same things. So at the beginning of the school year, some of the things that I like to put in here, I like to start my school year off with the jumbo crayons. So these are kind of big. They do take up a lot of room. They're also the triangle shape ones that you can use. I use those sometimes as well. But I make sure that they have each of the main colors in here. So we have 8 crayons. I said they're huge, so they do take up a lot of room. So we have the pencils in there. And I also make sure that every student has 2 pencils. At the beginning of the school year, I do like to start with the beginner pencils. I think it helps them with their grip as they're learning to write and their fine motor skills. Eventually, by the end of the school year, we do wean away from these and go to the normal size pencils to get them ready for first grade. This is also very helpful because these are harder for the kids to break, and sometimes they like to do that. I keep 2 of those in there. I do pre-sharpen them before I put them in, and then I put in an eraser. That's all that I have in these supplies. Now, you can put scissors and glue stick in here. I do not recommend that. I only pass out scissors and glue when we're actually using that because, sometimes they do things they're not supposed to with the scissors and the glue. So the only time I put out the scissors and glue is if we're doing a project that requires the use of them. Like anything else, your best bet to make this successful if you use these is to set up expectations, practice the procedures and routines. Otherwise, this will be like anything else and you'll have problems. I do make the rules that the kids can only have 1 item out at a time. Can't take out anything else unless you put whatever you have in your hand goes back in the box before you take anything else out. That helps them to keep track of their things, and so they're not losing them or the neighbor has it and you're sorting out who has whose things. So these are super great to use. Now, I keep the 2 pencils in here, but I also, at my pencil sharpening station, which I do not allow the kids to sharpen pencils because pencil sharpeners, they break really easily. So what I do recommend this pencil sharpener. I'll show you. This is the one I use in my classroom. I have had this for years. This is awesome, but like I said, I still don't allow the kids to use them because pencil sharpeners do break. It has the different settings for the different sizes of pencils, which is awesome. So it will accommodate those large pencils at the beginning of the school year and then the smaller ones as you wean off. And then at my pencil sharpening station, I put 2 trays. I put a green one like this, and I also put a red one. In the green one, I put pencils that are already sharpened and ready to go in this green tray. if the student's pencil breaks during the school day, so that I'm not interrupted, they just walk over, take their broken pencil, they put the broken pencil into the red tray, and then they take one pencil from the green tray, so that they always keep 2 pencils in this box so that they're ready to go. I have found it works great. It works great. Now, at the end of the day, what we do like to do is collect all the pencils. So before I go home, I can sharpen them, and then the kids will just come in the morning and grab 2 pencils from the tray as they come in and put them into their crayon boxes. Like I said, this has worked like a charm for me. I do know other teachers that work this, and it works well for them. They have each kid have their own little basket at their desk. I do find that students like to get into other people's baskets when you use these. But again, that all comes back to routines and procedures. And for me, this has been very successful. I am going to drop the link to where you can get all these things in the comments if you choose to do that. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful and successful school year. And thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Again, I'm Stella from My Kindergarten. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Teachers Pay Teachers. Have a wonderful day.